Okay, welcome to the tutorial for philosophy and society. Now, first off, we have to understand the two terms philosophy and the society. Now, the society is a body of people with a collective mindset of collective goals or who share similar culture, ideas, and so on. And they have decided to come together to live or to work towards a particular goal. Why I say to live? Because it could be a society of, let's say, Ojo or Iba, and it could be a society of philosophy students. They don't live together, but they have common goals and they share the same idea. So that is what a society is all about. Now, philosophy, like we all know, is a discipline that seek for truth, make rational inquiry, critical analysis of various ideas that we live by. Now, when we say philosophy and the society, philosophy now is looking into the society, finding problems of the society and solutions to it, so and why humans in the society act this way and why we can do better. So when we're looking at this course, we're looking at the function of the discipline of philosophy in our community, in our country, in the world at large. Philosophy is not limited to a particular, it goes round. So that is the basic background to this course. Now, for this discipline, we'll be looking at various theories of scholars. Now, the major ones we'll be looking at is Thomas Hobbes and John Locke and then Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So I'll be starting with Thomas Hobbes for this class. Now, Thomas Hobbes was influenced by his society. Now, the society that Thomas Hobbes lived in was one that was of chaos. Like there was a civil war in that period between the royalists and the anti-royalists. The royalists are the family of the kings, and those who are actually against the families of the kings. So that period was not peaceful for Thomas Hobbes. Definitely, such period cannot be peaceful for anybody. So Hobbes was at the point is going to be supporting the royal family. Then the anti-royalists will be against him. Now, from there, he will stop supporting the royalists. He will move to the anti-royalists, and then the royalists will be against him. So it was just like that, and he was always caught in the middle of those crises. Now, Hobbes now learned three major things from that. The first thing is that a government that is not stable, there will always be chaos. A government that is not stable, there will always be chaos. Let's say a government that runs for 4 years and then her power is to another person, there will always be chaos because there will always be opposition. Now, he's saying that we have to avoid chaos at all costs. Oops has his personal reason for avoiding chaos because he couldn't concentrate on what he was doing. Now, he's now saying that for us to avoid chaos, we all have to have a government that is very strong and not a weak government. So those were what influenced Oops to work, rather those was what influenced Oops works. Now, in looking at Oops work, we have to start with the state of nature. State of nature. Now, to Thomas Hobbes. Now, we should take note that Hobbes was not in the state of nature. He was not saying that this was how actually government started or this was how the society started. No, this is an analogy. This is not a fact in Hobbes' work. It is an analogy. Now, let's take a look at the state of the nature. Now, Hobbes was of the opinion that before the society emerged, that we are living together now, we say this is a particular culture that we are to live by, that every man was solitary on his own. I'm living on my own. I have no concern about who Michael is or who Miriam is. Now he was saying that everyone was actually concerned about himself before the society really emerged. I was only concerned about my own survival and nothing else. So that was how the state of nature is actually. And like Aristotle said actually that humans are naturally social animals. Hobbes was of the view that it's not like we're social animals before the society started. It is the society that restricted us to actually care about others. That humans are naturally egoistic, only concerned about their own self, and anything that is going to affect one, we are going to seek for how to destroy it because it's going to affect us. We are not concerned about the next person. Now that is the state of nature to Hobbes. Now, in this state of nature, because everyone only cared about himself and seek to defend himself, and when others try to do something to harm you, you are going to fight back. So the state of nature was nasty. It was brutal. It was very very chaotic. Yes. So and because of this, for us to now do what? For us to live in a peaceful society, we have to do something. Now we shouldn't forget that everybody is egoistic. Everybody is after their own rights. Now, for us to actually live in harmony, that means we have to surrender that right to someone who is more powerful. And this is where we actually move into the natural law. The natural law, the concept of the natural law. This comes immediately after we have an idea of what the state of the nature is, which is a very chaotic one. Now, the natural law to Hobbes, Thomas Hobbes, is not like the natural law of the Stoics. The natural law of the Stoics is one that is based on an absolute moral order. No, to Thomas Hobbes, the laws are general rules that we discover based on our understanding of physical reality. Now, what's brought about this natural law? Like I said before, the state of nature is a very chaotic one. Now, everyone is feeling endangered. Like everyone is feeling insecure. Now, when you are insecure, definitely to survive will not be easy. Now, everyone was now having it at the back of their mind that, say, I want to survive. I want to survive. And for me to survive, then I need to seek for peace. And if I can't find peace, then I'm going to do anything whatever in order to defend myself to survive. Now this sought for peace was what led man to do what? To come together in order to agree to submit all their powers to a particular powerful body. Now, it should be noted that humans are still selfish because this Thomas Hobbes called the surrendering of our will the selfish golden rule. And why is it a selfish golden rule? We are not doing it actually because I want everywhere to be peaceful or because I want Michael to enjoy peace, I want Miriam to enjoy peace. No, I'm doing it for my own self so that I will be my life will be secured and I won't be endangered. That is why I'm doing it. That is why it is a selfish golden rule, because it is not because I'm doing it because it is good to seek for peace, but because I want to be safe and secure. So that is why we had to submit our goal. Now to Thomas Hobbes, we now gather together and submit our will, all our power to a particular body. No, did I say body? No, I'm not sure. To a single authority. Yes, let me use that word. A single authority. Now, this single authority is what Thomas Hobbes called the Leviathan. The Leviathan. Now, the Leviathan is Thomas Hobbes also described him as an artificial man, and that church is a mortal god. Now it is that person that we all surrender our will to. Now in Leviathan chapter 2 verse 17, let me get it out. The only way for people to erect such a common power is to confer all their power and strength upon one man and upon one assembly of men, that may reduce all their wills by plurality of voices unto one will. Now it is the Leviathan that now take charge. It is not an agreement between the people and the government. It is a general agreement among the people to submit their power to a particular man, and that is the closing stage of the natural law. Now, so in the closing stage, Hobbes now said that government was not instituted by God, but it is human creations to secure our common egoistic goal. Now, this is where we move into the social contract. Now, when everybody have agreed that, see, I need peace, we have to sign a social contract. Now in Leviticus chapter 2 verse 17, right, Thomas Hobbes said, everyone now said, I authorize and give up my right of governing myself to this man or to this assembly of men on this condition, that thou give up the right to him and authorize all his actions in like manners. That is when we surrender our power to such person will now say this is what is right and this is what is wrong. This is what we are to do and this is what we are not to do. This is how the society actually came into existence. Now in this society, Thomas Hobbes preferred a single ruler, although he acknowledged the possibility of an assembly, but he preferred a single ruler, like an authoritarian form of government. And if you do government in secondary school, you know authoritarian, totalitarianism, that is the kind of government that Thomas Hobbes seek for. He was saying that uh, there should be no division of power. You know, like we said earlier, that Thomas Hobbes experienced crisis between the royalists and the anti-royalists. Now he was saying that this happened because there was division of power in the government. There was the king, there was the lords, and then there's the House of Commons. So all this led to chaos. And if we look at example in Nigeria today, we have the National Assembly, we have the president, we have the judiciary, everything, but there's always conflict. So to Thomas Hobbes, it's better we have only one single president, and the people should not be allowed to decide which law. It is this single person that will decide. Now he said that if people were allowed to decide which laws were just, this will lead to anarchy, because if I say this is what is right, Michael say this is what is right too, Mariam too say this is what is right too, there will be anarchy. So it is that single person that will surrender our will to. It is that person that will decide what is right and what is actually wrong. Now, so this is how the social contract came into being. So please, you can go over the video, understand the background to whose social contract theory, the state of the nation, the natural law, where we sought for our survival and peace, and then we came into an agreement in the social contract. And so that is that on Thomas Hobbes' social contract. Now the next class will be looking at an evaluation of Thomas Hobbes' social contract theory and the significance. Thank you very much for tuning in. God bless you.